There are two classes of Dharma protectors. There is the super mundane or extra worldly, super mundane Dharma protectors. And then there is the mundane or worldly Dharma protectors. Within the super mundane Dharma protectors, mundane meaning ordinary, super mundane meaning someone or something that has transcended ordinary existence, a Buddha. So English doesn't accommodate the vast richness of the Buddhist language, the vocabulary that we have. But anyways, super mundane, jiten deba. Jiten deba in Tibetan, jiten deba means out of samsara. Out of samsara doesn't mean physically, it means their mind is already out, enlightened being. So you have the highly renowned Dharma protectors who are out of samsara. Then you have the Dharma protectors who are still in samsara with us, either bound by oath or willingly. Example, Dharma protectors that are in samsara, again, have two classifications. Dharma protectors whose mind are enlightened but emanate in samsara to become closer to help, and Dharma protectors who are in samsara, their mind is also in samsara. So within the Dharma protectors, you have two classifications. One is super mundane, and one is mundane. Within the mundane class of protectors, you have two classes again. The two classes is they appear as ordinary, but they're actually enlightened. And the ones that are ordinary and appear as ordinary. Then you say, how is that possible? It's definitely possible. Why? Can you see Amitabha? You can't. Can you see Lord Buddha? You can't. Can you see Kuan Yin or Avalokiteshvara? You cannot. But you can see the historical Shakyamuni when he emanated in this world, in his physical body. You can see the Dalai Lama. You can see Panchen Lama. Can you see the Tantric Buddha Heruka? You cannot. But you can see Trijang Rinpoche. So the Buddhas have three bodies. Dharmakaya, which has no form, no taste, no touch. Only another Buddha can perceive. Then they have Sambhogakaya, which is an emanation body, a type of emanation body that high-level beings can perceive. Those are in their real forms. This is all Sambhogakaya forms. Then the third body of a Buddha, I'll just make it simple today, is Nirmanakaya. Nirmanakaya you translate in Tibetan as Tulku. Tulku means emanated body. So, Dalai Lama is a Tulku. Panchen Lama is a Tulku. Satrap is a Tulku. Why is that? Because we are not at the level to perceive them, but they are able to emanate into our level for us to see them. So if the Dalai Lama remained in his position as Avalokiteshvara, if Lord Buddha never left Tushita heaven to come and exercise the last 12 deeds of a Buddha of full enlightenment, his last lifetime, and he did it up in Tushita heaven, we would not get any benefit. We would not be able to perceive and see. When the Buddha emanated down in a Tulku body or a Nirmanakaya body, we can see directly. Then, Manjushri in the form of Lama Tsongkhapa. Then, Avalokiteshvara as the Dalai Lama, example. Amitabha as the Panchen Lama. Heruka as Trijang Rinpoche. These are examples. So these great beings can emanate not just as one Lama or one being, they can emanate in many Lamas, many forms, male and female, even not as Lamas, as people, as bridges, as food, as animals, in any way to benefit others. Those emanations are called what? Those emanations are called Nirmanakayas or Tulkus. Why? Specifically to benefit us. At our level, what we can see. If you say that the Buddha cannot show in that form, then you have limited the power of a Buddha. Then what can the Buddha do? What can the Buddha do? He becomes enlightened, he doesn't teach you. You can't go to where he is, he can't come to where you are. He can only appear to you as an Indian monk. He cannot appear to you as a Tibetan monk, as an American monk, as an Australian monk, a Japanese monk. He can only appear to you as an Indian monk with a bump on his head and a begging bowl. That's it. That's your projection. That's what you say. Why can't he appear as Dalai Lama? Why can't he appear as a great Lama of the West in the future or in the East? Doesn't have to be just Dalai Lama. No, definitely not. No, definitely not. So, if you say that the Buddha cannot emanate and he doesn't have faceted forms, then you are taking refuge in someone that's pretty much yourself. Why? Because you don't have powers to do anything. I don't have powers to do anything. So we're prostrating to someone who's exactly like us. Then what's the point? Jesus Christ can be in a few places at one time and multiply bread and food for the populace and people who came for his teachings. Why can't the Buddha? So my point is what? Is if you say that the other different deities do not exist, then you limited the Buddha's power in two ways. One is that whoever practices his teachings will be just like us, stuck in samsara, and never become a Buddha. Never. That's impossible. That means everybody who does business never becomes rich. There's no Bill Gates in this world. There's not a Li Ka-shing in Hong Kong. Impossible. But the Li Ka-shings and the Bill Gates of Hong Kong and America are few and in between, just like the Buddhas compared to sentient beings. So therefore, if you say that the other deities don't exist, the tantric deities cannot exist, it's just a figment of people's imagination, made up or whatever, then you're totally in debate, you'll be defeated. Why? It's illogical to limit the Buddha's teachings. A, no one can become enlightened. That means Tara, the lady who was a student of Buddha, never became enlightened. Only men can be enlightened. That Tara cannot practice and become an enlightened being. Then once Tara becomes enlightened, why can't she be exactly the same qualities as Buddha? Of course she's the same qualities as Buddha. Actually, on the ultimate level, Buddha and Tara's level is exactly the same because she practiced what he taught. Like that, the Buddhas themselves can emanate again in protective forms to help us accomplish what we wish to do.